Hello everyone, this is Jonathan from Energy, and as you can see, this is the year of the fire horse, where I'm going to share a little bit more about how the fire horse energy is influencing us, and of course how it influencing the global scenario, how it influences the global market, industry, and of course our life, and especially our own destiny chart. So therefore, let's get started with the first part. I wanted to cover a little bit is some of you already know, we are already entering the period 9 since the year of 2024, and now in these two years, like 2026 and 2027, is going to be the peak season of the fire energy. So therefore, this is where we will be seeing a lot of major transformations because the pure fire energy just expanded. So we'll be seeing a lot of transformations, changes, disruptions is happening globally. And I think by now, as you're watching, this video is filmed on October of 2025, where it's also the month of the fire dog. So this is the month where the energy of the fire horse is slowly transcending into taking place, and you already can see there'll be a lot of transformations, a lot of stuff that I am about to share with you is already happening. Okay, and a little bit informations about the lunar calendar and solar calendar. Okay, what are the difference, what are the applications? And some of you may already know that next year, February 17th, is where the Chinese New Year will start to take place. That's where we celebrate the official Chinese New Year. But the actual transitions of this energy of the fire horse is actually taking place on the based on the solar calendar, where we are looking at the 24 seasons, how each of the seasons energy will influence how different zodiac positionings, and how basically it's about referencing the position of planet Earth based on the positions of the sun. Okay, and based on this, we can deduce the higher, more accurate energy in terms of how we can deduce the beginning of all these Chinese astrology system that is start to take place, which is fall into the 4th of February in year 2026. So therefore, in terms of the feng shui setup, the Chinese astrology reading, we are focusing using the solar calendar. So just in case, because some of you has been asking, am I born with this zodiac, or I'm born with the zodiac in the previous year? Well, this is the reason why. So therefore, you need to go out to look for the Bazi calculator, or perhaps you can check out the link in the description, where you can plot a more accurate Chinese astrology chart to help you to understand what kind of zodiac you're born with and how it influences different aspects of your life. Okay, so let's move on. As you can see, this is sort of like a key takeaway. This is actually my website. It's a premium content post which I made public because some of the contents were just meant for my subscribers, where we will share a lot of research analysis with more premium in-depth contents, and some of them could be slightly sensitive, so therefore those are reserved for the subscribers. But for general public, you already can find out quite a lot of information that is more suitable for general users to get yourself prepared with what kind of energy is influencing you, what kind of opportunity that is happening around, and you can see how the global overview can be affecting your career or business decision. Okay, so let's talk about what is the grandeur, what is the Jupiter, what is the Tai Sui that we have been talking about every year. Well, there are several perspectives to look into it. In terms of the Chinese cultural perspective, the Tai Sui is sort of like, they perceive that every year there'll be this god or this deity has been assigned to take place, to in charge of all the energy influence of the year. And in the old days, because not everyone have that opportunity to gain a proper education, so most of them were still farmers in the old China, ancient China's time. So the way they try to share or teach information is through visualizations, getting certain visuals, certain characters, certain people that represent certain energy to showcase what kind of energy the life lesson inherited for that year. So that's one of the metaphor that they use to share how all this energy, the Tai Sui, the grandeur, who is in charge, what kind of potential of pattern that we can find out, how does it influence, how does it interact with us. And in terms of the astronomical perspective or science perspective, as most of you already know, that we human beings, we are born with a lot of liquid, like 70% of us were made of water, right? So therefore, especially in our bloods have the iron cell, which can be easily influenced magnetically. So therefore, when we talk about the grandeur, is actually the planet Jupiter, where when it orbiting in certain 12-year cycle, it will land itself in certain path where it's influencing a particular sector. And in Chinese astrology, we define this sort of like using the 12 earthly branches, like the 12 Chinese zodiac, where each of them will represent certain sets of energy or certain frequency. When the Jupiter planet somehow orbiting in that path, it will influence that particular frequency. So therefore, if you are born with particular zodiac, like in year 2026, it's going to be affecting the horse zodiac. So therefore, it will start to influence for those who are born with the horse zodiac, because you inherited certain frequency which is governed by that sector. Okay, so therefore it will affecting for those who are born with the horse or the red zodiac, or those who are afflicted with the grandeur of the year 2026. Okay, so in terms of statistical or scientific term, basically it's telling us that we are being influenced by all this movement of the planet. It's not just about the deity that floating on the sky. No, that one is the metaphor to explain to laymen or the farmers. But now we already learn about all this astrological stuff, astronomy, the cosmology, with all this planetary movement, how it can influence us, like the positions of the moon will influence the level of the sea tides. So therefore, these are all statistical study, and I prefer to look at this as a statistical study rather than superstitious. So therefore, this is not just the Chinese astrology is not about superstitious, practicing certain praying to the god. It's more about understanding how this energy can influencing us. And of course, when we talk about Chinese tradition, they will personalize certain general to represent certain year based on the 60 pillar. So this year it happened to be assigning the general Wenzi, which is the general which responsible in terms of someone who are more righteous, who are more servitude. So therefore, there are more informations about this general, which I think maybe I'll take some time to do a little bit more research and find out, share the contents in this page as well. That could be interesting. Okay, so in the old Chinese culture, they will be going to temple to pray to this Tai Sui, pacify Tai Sui, in hope to gain certain pardon or seeking leeway, not being directly afflicted. Hopefully, we can, given some leeway to reduce the impact or to cushion the influence. So that one is more about cultural or religious practice that some of you may consider to, if you are interested, you can go to find out more how you can go look for a Chinese temple. You can do all this ritual where the way basically they are using the Taoist method of influencing the frequency to harmonize and reduce the impact. So therefore, this is another sets of information which is going to be more technical, but let's come back to this. So this is basically it's all about the universal cycle. So it's not particular affecting certain individual. It's not trying to affect you alone. Yeah, it's like it's going to affect all the populations who are born with the horse zodiac in the year of 2026. That's it. Okay, so the grandeur is not just try to attack you personally, just in case if you're wondering. So this is just a global is a flow of the nature. Okay, you just look at from this perspective, then you understand. Oh, that's why every year there will be a shift of energy, and it's an organic natural flow. Okay, next let's talk about how the fire horse energy will influence all different industry. But the most critical part, I think by now you may already know this, like social media contents, marketing, branding, storytelling. People are trying to work very hard to capture your attention, right? Now, we used to look at certain advertisement. Within the first 3 seconds, the content must be able to capture your attention. But nowadays, they have to capture your attention within the half of a second. The moment if the first second that you're looking at it doesn't capture you, it doesn't look interesting, they'll be off, you'll be swapping away, right? So therefore, there'll be more creative, bold content, more creative campaigns popping up. There'll be a new type of entertainment, new type of social media content is going to be disrupting the market. So those are the stuff that we have to look out for. And of course, the automotive and electrical vehicles like EVs, nowadays we already seeing it's already very dominant. Like it's very obvious, like everyone is starting to adopt the driving electrical cars more than the conventional fuel driven cars, right? So those are the pattern, because the horse zodiac is also like a traveling zodiac, which also represent traveling vehicles mobility. So therefore we'll be seeing a new disruptive way of the next generations of transportations, like commuting one place to another. There'll be new type of train, new type of vehicle is popping up. So that is already prominent. So it's going to be, exploding. It's going to be reaching out, max out, where we are going to see more adoptions in terms of the EV vehicles. And when we talk about the energy supplies, energy supplies is related to petrol, solar, gas, renewable energy. I'm seeing there will be a lot of new type of renewable energies popping up, new technology which is encouraging and promoting what we call the energy saving to help to reduce unnecessary wastage, because as the peak season of the fire energy, of course, there'll be more power electrical consumptions. So there will be opportunity for those who are focusing more on about renewable energy. Okay. And of course, technology like artificial intelligence is going to be seeing more rapid breakthrough, more new AI model is popping up every month. And we can see a lot of technological advancement, more technological stuff that is going to help us to improve our lifestyle, our workflow. So we are seeing more significant growth in terms of technological evolutions. And of course, metaphysics and spirituality. So we'll be seeing a lot of global interest in terms of people who are more pursuing seeking for inner spiritual path, trying to come in terms to understand self, your own spiritual life path. And of course, this may also bring up the potential of cult, because everyone wanted to shine, wanted to tell their side of story, they wanted to sell you something. So we'll be seeing a lot of fake guru is popping up. I think by now there already a lot of all this pattern is already popping up. So therefore I would suggest you all to go to AI or Google up to look for the checklist of how to figure out if the group that you're joining is a cult. There are a list of checklists for you to check if the group that you're following fall part of this criteria. So do check it out. And of course, when the peak of the fire, which means the power or the energy of transformations, which also means that people are seeking for inner awakening, they are going through for spiritual transformations. At the same time, fire energy represent fear, fiery passions. It could also represent anger, temperamental. So more people will be easily agitated, highly temperamental. Their emotions could be upheaval, uncontrollable. That's where we need the water element, which represent wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and growing. So therefore, this is the clash of these two energy, which means when the peak of the fire element, which is going to dissipate the water, the wisdom. So more people will be acting recklessly. But at the same time, more people are seeking for wisdom, knowledge. So therefore, for those who are working in metaphysics, spirituality, trainer, retreat, yoga, those areas will be rising and will be reaching up to the max or peak season of the year 2026 and 2027. And of course, what are the industry which may face challenge? Like, the fire element is controlling or countering the metal element. So therefore, metal industry will be highly affected, such as finance, banking, as you can see, the stock market volatility, stringent regulations, a lot of shift in terms of monetary policy, and military and defense is also falls into the metal industry, which is all about related to rules, regulations, governance, control, like the government and policy is also part of them. And they'll be affecting the legal, judiciary, hardware, manufacturing factor, anything related to metal industry will be also affected. So therefore, we are seeing a lot of sunset industry that need to go through a phase of transitions or phase of transformations. We'll be seeing new financial rules and regulations, and we are also seeing certain changes in terms of the control of power, because metal element represent power, rules and regulations control. So we may be seeing a lot of increase of scrutiny, heated debates, potential of power struggle. So those are the potential pattern based on this kind of statistical study. Okay, so therefore we have to keep observe all this pattern, and despite we already know that the fire element is represented war, explosion, which already happening. So hopefully there wouldn't be too much war is going to happening. Hopefully it's just about related to rules and regulations, change of the political influence, how they shift the call of command. So hopefully those will be slightly not on the uncontrollable type. Hopefully everything will be peace out, of course. And next, let's talk about the zodiac. And of course, we first of all, we wanted to talk about the horse zodiac, because the horse is going to be the Grand Duke, the Tai Sui. Tai Sui basically, as I already mentioned, is the Jupiter star is influencing your energy. So when this happens, for those who are born with the horse zodiac anywhere in their chart, you may already start to feel you're more agitated. You feel it's time for me to pursue certain path of transformations or certain changes. Maybe you wanted to do something but yet to figure out what it is. You feel that I need to make a major transformations, I need to change job, I need to resign. So those are the pattern that may be affecting you. So if you already start to feel this pattern, please get yourself a coach or consultant to help you to brainstorm your ideas before you launch yourself blindly, because the horse zodiac, when it's come together overlay with another horse element, it will cause you to be affected by what we call the self-punishment, the self-sabotage. When you know you shouldn't do certain things, but you insist to do it because you are blinded by emotions, you are blinded by your rivalry, when your ability to evaluate and make justifications has been blurred, has been shrouded with fear, then this may land you in hot water. So therefore, for those who are born with the horse zodiac, you may need to pay a little bit more attention onto this aspect. And the red zodiac is directly confronting, clashing with the horse zodiac. You used to be controlling, manipulating the horse zodiac, but now the horse zodiac, the one that you used to control, become the main Grand Duke, and now you become the opposition, and now the table have flipped. Of course, you have to make change, you have to transform. You no longer can use or follow the same old rules that used to work for you. You have to derive a new strategy. So you may experience certain changes like moving houses, changes of career, changes in terms of personal relationship. Those are the potential pattern. And for the rabbit zodiac, this is forming the destructions with the Tai Sui, which means that your plan in year 2026 may be facing a lot of obstacle, a lot of hindrance, more challenges. Somehow there are more steps for you to get things done. And this may affect in terms of the career progress, financial pursuit, whatever you plan. Somehow there are a lot of obstacle challenges is popping up that holding you back. So those are the potential pattern. And for the ox zodiac, you will be forming the harm interactions where it brings you a lot of emotional struggle, gossiping, backstabbing, a lot of misunderstanding, and may cause you to act recklessly because you are not willing to listen, you are not willing to empathy, willing to, come in terms to understand how we can harmonize the situations. So therefore, there are clashes of idea which is affecting the ox zodiac. And for the rooster zodiac, this is not going to be a direct confrontation, but this is more sort of like a oppressive emotions where the hidden thing fire in the horse zodiac branch, which I will be covering later, the fire element is going to suppress or pressing the potential of the rooster zodiac, which may make your ability to shine somehow being hindered with a lot of obstacle, a lot of challenges. Somehow more people try to, questions your credibility, and all this kind of pattern may be causing you to affect emotionally. Okay. And let's talk about a little bit reminding about the Grand Duke. Remember, some people will keep talking about fan Tai Sui, offending the Grand Duke. There are actually many different type of offense, like I already mentioned. But generally, when you are born with the horse zodiac, you are the Grand Duke. You are Tai Sui in Cantonese. You are sitting on the throne of the Grand Duke. So therefore, you are given such a power. So when you are given such a power, you need to figure out how to use it. Otherwise, it will actually backstab you. It could cause you to suffer with a lot of self-sabotage because you know you're supposed to take lead, but you ended up, I'm not going to take lead. I'm going to use this power to have fun. You're going to, irritate other people. Then you're using it in the wrong way. Okay, so therefore, you just need to be aware the characteristic of all this energy and how you can use it at your advantage. Okay. And next, let's talk about who are the best zodiac is going to be more luckier in the year of 2026. First is the Goat zodiac, where you are forming the 6 combinations with the Horse zodiac. So therefore, as some of you already know, Goat zodiac and also the Horse zodiac, they are best friends. So therefore, they always hang out together and they form a strong bonding. And when this happens, we may brings more opportunity for the Goat zodiac to shine in the year of 2026. You are presented with a lot of opportunity. So therefore, do check out the video that I've posted earlier where it's talk about the forecast for the Goat zodiac. And of course, for the Tiger zodiac, you are forming the 3 harmony, where you are part of strategic partner for the Horse zodiac, where you have the opportunity to grow, to help the Horse zodiac to do research, learning, knowledge. So therefore, next year, you have to focus more on thinking as being a strategic. You have to do a little bit more on research. You can propose ideas. So you need to figure out what kind of contribution you can help. And this may also brings you opportunity to get collaborations, networking. So therefore, pay more attention on your social external connections opportunity. For the Dog zodiac, you also form the 3 harmony together with the Tiger zodiac. But apparently next year you have a lot of noblemen, a lot of resources is waiting for you to unleash and contribute in all these collaborations opportunity. So therefore, if you wanted to work collaboratively with other people to leverage on their network, on their net worth, so I think that is going to be wonderful for those who are born with the Dog zodiac. And for the Pig zodiac, apparently the Pig zodiac forms hidden combinations with the Horse grandeur, which means that maybe the Horse zodiac somehow will give you some hidden opportunity under the table kind of deal, for example. So therefore, you still need to make sure you are present among your well-known influential friends, especially those who are born with the Horse zodiac. So this is something that you need to keep on top of your priority next year. Okay, more details of all the 12 Chinese zodiac forecasts I have posted in my video, so do check it out. Okay. And of course, let's dive deep into the 60 pillar and your Bazi chart, which is known as the 4 pillar of destiny. As much as you already know, the Bing Wu, the Bing fire, is sort of like the sun energy, where it's infinite magnanimous energy, is constantly warm and help to shed more warmth to help people to learn and grow. So therefore, when this energy mesh together with the Horse branches, which may brings that energy will be pure fire element, which is going to be more glaring. So therefore, inside the Horse branch, the Wu branches, there are 2 hidden elements. The main one is the Ting fire, the candlelight. The other hidden stem, which is basically the Yin earth, Ji earth, which represent nurturing and resourcefulness, while the candlelight is all about transformations, hope, life, energy of a sense of energy of hope. So therefore, when this energy is too glaring, it basically can cause extremely strong fire, and pure element energy is going to affect and melt a lot of metal element, going to drain the wood element. So therefore, wood is represented growth, education, learning, personal growth. Metal will represent rules and regulations, industry. So therefore, these 2 are the major source of influence. Okay, so therefore, we will be seeing a lot of risk of burning out, conflicts. People are acting out of fear, acting out of impulsivity. So all this pattern will heighten up. And when this happens, of course, in terms of psychology, counseling, those industry will be thriving as well, because more people will be facing a lot of internal burnout. They may be looking for a spiritual retreat. It's time for them to go for travel, perhaps, because the Horse year also represents traveling. So all this opportunity will be popping up, and industry like all this spiritual, emotional support, counseling, psychology, hypnotherapy will be also supportive of the year of the Fire Horse as well. And here are some of the pillars which is going to be direct or indirectly affected. Okay, first one is for those who are born with the Fire Horse, the Fire Horse energy will be amplified. So when it's amplified, it's going to be out of control. You are more egoistical because you are supercharged. You think you are the boss. So therefore, your ego may strike you, and so therefore this may causes you to act recklessly. And for the metal red, basically you will be facing the seven killing and earthly branches clash, where it means that this is what we call fan yin, where it's going to be total transformation. And this may be affecting you in terms of your psychological, personal growth, your physical, because there are a higher risk of accidents because of the fire and metal clash. And for the metal horse, Geng Wu, it's going to be affecting you in terms of you are facing the clash and also the self-sabotage. You're supposed to play safe, but you insist of taking on high risk kind of activities. Ended up you are self-sabotaging yourself and risk yourself into succumb into injury, like accidents, for example. And for the water red zodiac, this is forming the heavily stem counter and also the earthly branch clashes, which means that for the water element, the fire used to be your wealth element, where the water can control the fire. But apparently when the fire is overwhelming, it will just evaporate your water element, which means that you no longer can control, despite you try to control hard, but somehow it was just going to drain you. And especially if you are Ren Wu, the water horse, which means that you can't control, you're supposed to back off, allow the fire to just keep shining, but you just take a step back, but you insist to try to control, try to tackle it. You thought you are still having a lot of resource, a lot of power to to control the fire element, but somehow this may diminish your confidence, your ability, your energy. So this may be slightly draining you. And for the metal goat, this is going to form the heavenly combinations and also the earthly branches combination, which means that for those who are born with the metal goat, well, congratulations, this will form the strong, powerful connections, and which may bring either peach blossom connections. You may be able to find someone that you can develop for a long term. It's also help you to, attract, expand your social network and connections. And as for the fire goat, this is going to form the rob wealth goat blade, which means that there are risks of financial losses, rivalry, competitions. You may suffer a lot of mishandling in terms of your financial. There are tendency of all this opportunity being taken, being stolen away. So you need to manage all your financial related aspect or your sales leads, for example. And lastly, is for the fire rabbit. This may means that it will form the rob wealth earthly brush destruction. Basically means that you are experiencing rivalry, competitions, and your competitors is trying to put you whole, try to give you more challenge, more trouble, slow you down your progress. So there will be bringing a lot of rivalry and disruptions. So those are the potential pattern. Okay. And of course, you have more than 4 different zodiac in your chart. So do check out how you can read your chart, because I have also uploaded a video. And if you wanted to learn more about what kind of gift, what kind of energy has been gifted to you when you're born, well, maybe you can consider to schedule a reading with me to help you to discover what are the gifts, what are the talent that has been given to you, how you can unlock your smoothest or easiest journey to thrive or rise in terms of your career and your financial pursuit as well. So therefore, do check out all these informations that I have highlighted in the description below. And of course, me and my partners, my friends, Pauline Cheng and Shermaine Ho, we are organizing our annual Chinese astrology workshop, which is known as the Hack My 2026. In this workshop, you'll be presented with a lot of amount of information to help you to plan your battle plan for the year of 2026. We are using a couple of systems like Bazi, Qimendunjia, Feng Shui, Yi Jing, and Tarot to help you to gain additional insights to help you to plan your battle plan. What kind of risks that you need to pay attention? Which are the months that you need to pay more attention? What kind of actions you can take? And of course, what kind of gift or actions on how to activate all the auspicious star is included in this workshop. Okay, so make sure you don't miss it out. Okay. And of course, there'll be more upcoming articles like Feng Shui, Annual Bazi Forecast, Chimen Dunjia, Flying Star Feng Shui aspect. And please do follow me in my social media because I'll be posting a lot of stuff and to help you to gain some insights. And I'll be launching a new subscription-based content where I will be sharing more in-depth analysis, in-depth content to help you all to plan properly, so you can at least have a monthly forecast to see what are the potential activities that you can do and how you can leverage on all these unique spatial dates like manifestations, priming, spiritual meditations activities, or how you can connect to your own guardian angel. So all these informations will be shared in the premium subscription panel. So therefore, do check out the informations. And for those who wanted to discover their annual Chinese astrology forecast, what are the energy or gift hold in store for you for the year of 2026, do check out all the package. Do schedule a consultations to help you to uncover the gift and opportunity that has been given to you. So that's all from me, John of Lee. I will be seeing you in the next video. Until then, I will take this opportunity to wish you all a happy Chinese New Year with a prosperous energy of the Fire Horse Zodiac. See you in the next video.